Hello, 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 and welcome, my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read in a 7-card draw for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new moon in Taurus, April into May 2021. The longest introduction ever. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am, the Archangel of Lyons. Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey. Hey girl, hey. Hi guy, hi. I hope you are all well. Happy to be serving you today on this rainy day in Long Island, New York. Doing some business for you, and happy to be doing so. Let's get to business and then we'll get to business. My book, Words of Grace, is doing well. Check it out. Links in the description box. It's on Kindle. You don't need Kindle to get a Kindle. You just need the Kindle app, and you can certainly preview it for free if you like. Please do. Links in the description box. And though we have not done one in a week or two, on my Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, we have been monetized, which means since I subscribed, just to zoom on top of it, that we are doing paid and free events on the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. Links in the description box below. And we are bringing a medium to that, and there's going to be a lot of other people, not just me, doing it, because Drawing the Circle Productions, our corporate tagline since 1998, May 1st, 1998, do the math, we've been around a while, bringing people together with spirit, which means I also work with other people. It's not just all about Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, but I am the president of the company, so get ready, right? And you've already seen that on the channel if you've been subscribed, right? Maul Flanders and her dollhouse readings and scenes from the dollhouse, and Nancy Antonucci with her really brilliant tarot classes and lessons on the channel. Go check it out. Plus, as I'm putting out lots of content in support of Words of Grace from a professional witch, so, check it out. Enough about me. Let's talk about you, my Taurus, because I don't have a single planet in Taurus, so I am glad to be doing this reading big time. We are doing what is called a 7-card draw. 1 card from 7 different decks. This time we're doing 2 tarot decks, 2 healing systems, 3 oracles to get you, right? Yeah, that's 7. I did math. To get you the clues, tips, and hints that you need in this particular version, which this time around they are calling it a cast and clear read, because full moon, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek, right? Whatever your intentions, your full moon stuff is. We're going to look at that in the first bunch of cards. Then the next 3 cards after that, we'll be looking at what you need to clear, because it is a waning moon, right? So what you need to reduce, let go of, forgive, release, alchemize from lead to gold, however you want to look at that. And then the last card down, believe it or not, is a clarifier from the higher self. So when they gave me this 7-card draw to do and what decks to use, and they told me what order to put them, I'm like, but this isn't our usual order. They said, look at it alphabetically in terms of the pantheon. I was like, oh, and ancestors, angels, ascended masters, the collective pantheons, that's a C, goddesses, gods, and the higher selves of all involved. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, whoa, cool, right? I'm a Virgo. So all I can ask, I say this every time if you've been following, all I can ask from anybody watching any of these readings, at least the ones that I do, is standard YouTube rules apply, right? Standard YouTube reading rules apply. They really should add it to the community guidelines so we don't have to keep saying it over and over. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's a general read. Check your other signs. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Thank you, Taurus Tarot. Thank you for every other reader that says that. Because, my God, how many times do we have to say it, right? And it is what it is, right? That's why check your other signs, as well as, if you can, both feet on the floor. If you can't, you can't. That's okay. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can for my beloved Taurians, right? What they need for this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new moon in Taurus. I guess that's about it. All the decks that I read are always in the description box at the bottom with tons of cool links on the way down. Should you choose to expand your education, go down that rabbit hole. Shall we? I think that's about it. No, I'm not saying that for my spirit guides. We're having fun today. Moon is in Leo. I am Mars conjunct Leo rising. So glad to read for the Taurians. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. And we are off and running. We are working with the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Oh, I love that name so much. It's a beautiful name, Lucy Cavendish. Yeah, she's Italian. So let's ask the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, shall we? Breathe. since they've been with me all morning, to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Please, what is the magical spell card for the Taurian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading? The piece of spell fragment, perhaps the inspiration that they need well, the moon is riding at their peak, so why not their heart's desire seek? This full moon in Taurus, waning, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, April, May. Abundance. Oh my goodness. Second house, Taurus, abundance, life values, prosperity, all that stuff. So this is really a key word for Taurus. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Is that your heart's desire, or is it at least close to? Because remember, abundance means extra. If you really go to the original meanings of words, and I recommend you do, right? Look at where did this word start? What did it mean originally? Because things have morphed and changed over the millennia. So goddess of abundance shines. So right there, we're talking about divine feminine energy, earth energy, Mother Earth, Taurus. Demeter, my goddess of abundance, sits in the house of Taurus. Goddess of abundance divine. Okay, so we're talking a divine being there, a goddess. Let me thrive. Let fortune be mine. So what does that mean to let? Right? That means that there's been something holding me back. Perfect for a waning moon read right there, right? So like whatever it is that's standing in my way, let me thrive. Let fortune be mine. And you know, fortune comes in many different ways and forms. It's not just about money. Money. Could be, though, absolutely. So let's move on. We're going to use the Crystal Oracle. Tony Carmine Salerno's one of his many decks, Blue Angel Publishing. I love that company. Let's see what Archangel Ariel has to say. She's the Archangel, one of the 3 Archangels of Earth that I work with. Really much the Archangel of Nature. And her name, Ariel, means the Lioness of God. And that makes her the Archangel of Lions. And my name is Archangel of Lions. Breathe. Yeah, she's been with me all morning too. Please, my beloved Archangel Ariel, particularly for this beloved Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. We're slightly partial towards the Earth signs, aren't we? Please, what is the Crystal Oracle this Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading really needs, particularly with that abundance spell from the ancestors? What do you got there for them to maybe help them ground this? Either the stone itself, what's written in the book, both of that, some of that, all of that, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Rose quartz, easy to find. I mean, who in the hell would imitate? Right? You can get imitation amber. You know, be careful. Buyer beware. I am a Virgo. Right? But rose quartz. Who's going to take the time? I mean, it's so inexpensive. Rose quartz. Lovely. I have tons of it around the house. I actually, the last deck down, we're doing Whispers of Love Oracle. I have a rose quartz slab because it's Whispers of Love Oracle. Everything else is on selenite, come to look at it. So let me get you what is that. I mean, I love rose quartz. I have I'm going to feel naked once I say this. I have a set of relatively large rose quartz bookends that I have on opposite sides of the foot of my king-size bed. Which, yeah, I sleep well when I sleep. Here we go, rose quartz. This is a 2-pager, but it's not terribly long. Okay, so remember, abundance is the spell fragment here. Rose quartz, keywords, unconditional love, peace, joy, and loving thoughts. So we're definitely looking at heart stuff here. I mean, definitely this is heart chakra stuff, and we have a card for that too. Blessings! Exclamation point. You are being bathed in love, light, and healing energy by the universe and those who dearly love and treasure you. So there's a key to abundance. Love is divine power. The sacred heart, the sacred truth, the holy shit, the sacred truth of the heart chakra, anatomy of the spirit, Caroline Mace, her card's coming up, her deck's coming up in a little bit, right? So love is divine power. So you're being bathed in that right now. This is a time of peace and joy, a time to reflect on all that you are grateful for. Share your love and blessings with your friends and loved ones. So it feels like the abundance that you have to give is that unconditional love, is that peace, is that joy, because it is surrounding you. You may not be aware of it, you may not be tuned to it, but certainly if love is the answer, you are surrounded and filled with the answer that for this waning moon you can use to what? With the goddess of abundance divine, letting you thrive, right? Letting fortune be yours. You know, I'm working with a rhyme scheme here. Share your love and blessings with your friends and loved ones. Remember, the more love you give, the more love you automatically receive in return. Hence, giving and receiving are one in truth. A Course in Miracles, right? So giving that divine love, of which there is no limit, there is no end. Divine love, this could be another hour tangent, so I'm not going to go there, but really, love is the answer, because love is all there is. Cliche, cliche, cliche. It's still the truth. Know that you truly deserve all the blessings coming your way. The following is a short prayer you may wish to recite so that others may also open their hearts to their healing power of love. So here we go. There's this generosity and this giving from your place through a prayer. We pray for love to heal and guide us, to illuminate our hearts and minds, so that we may all come to see and feel the sacred flame of light we each hold within. For then we shall truly know beyond all doubt that only love is real. Only love is eternal. It's what you take with you. It's what really the soul comes to this world for, is to alchemize fear to love, pain to peace, blah, blah, blah. So get yourself a rose quartz and use that spell. All right, let's move on, right? So we've got ancestors, we've got the angels. Let's ask the Ascended Masters for the Matcon healing mantra, right? So here's the thing. The way they showed this to me is you take the spell fragment with the stone, the crystal, and if you can't find the exact stone in any of these readings, just roll with it. Whatever you got, you know, what do you need? What do you got? One of my elders said to me many, many, many years ago, you don't need all that. What do you need? What do you got? Hedge witch. So let's ask the Ascended Masters here. Now, yes, love is indicated here, but this doesn't necessarily feel soul contract oriented. So let's ask the General Assembly of the Ascended Masters. Please breathe. You'd be surprised how many of them are pagan. My beloved Ascended Masters, please, what is the perfect mantra for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading, this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus? Oh, right, their new moon, duh. With this abundance spell and the rose quartz that they may do that with, what is their perfect healing mantra to then, right? They cast the spell with the stone. Here's the mantra that supports, right, that feeds, that fuels the spell, the power of air, right, the mental, the thought. April, May, this full moon to new moon next. Activating the third eye, I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. See, that last one. Like, beliefs and ideas, you can understand, well, you know, like opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. They're just ideas. They're just thoughts, right? But conclusions for earth signs, that's what we're shooting for, right? It's like we will make a conclusion that fast and then defend it, even if it's completely opposite of what's going down. So opening the third eye with that love of the rose quartz, that's what's going to help you see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, perhaps about what's possible in terms of your abundance. Really great. Very Abraham Hicks, very... It's not such the secret. It never kind of was. Anyway, as a man thinketh, so he shall be. It's just in the Bible, y'all. Okay, so those are our three cast cards. Now we move into the three clear cards. We're going to do, he's got that red deck in his hand, the Caroline Myss archetype deck. Now these cards are neutral, which means they're not positive or negative. Archetypes just aren't. Written on them are the light and shadow attributes of an archetype, a psychological archetype, but in Caroline Myss's work, these are frameworks, patterns through which we evolve certain soul divine powers from lead to gold. You'll see what I mean. Please take a nice deep breath. And that's why I use these in waning moon reads. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, ancestors, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, what is the dominant archetype at work for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading either within themselves, somebody else, a larger story going on, maybe some of that, maybe all of that, with this healing that needs to go on here with this spell fragment of abundance, rose quartz, and activating the third eye, them being willing, right? That's the word. Them being willing to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. This full moon in Taurus, did it again, this full moon in Scorpio. Put the tail on that, please. Thank you. Waning to new in Taurus. Implanted. Thank you very much. Leave the card in my hand for their dominant archetype. This full moon to new moon next. Now, I don't have this archetype. I mean, it comes and goes. An archetype can be with you a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Remember, this could be you who has this archetype, somebody else you are dealing with, maybe a bunch of people, a situation, right? People, place, or thing kind of dealio. The shadow attribute of the slave archetype, don't freak out. Jesus had it. Gandhi had it. Moses definitely had it, right? So the slave archetype can become a master, but hang on there. The shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. And Taurus, just the first thing that comes to me is what's in the bank account. Can seem like such an authority that we kind of hemorrhage our power to it because of earth signs. We want our stable foundations, particularly Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth. Virgo's mutable earth. I'm really good at multitasking, and I can take money from one account, move it to another, and balance and juggle all fucking day long, and it's actually kind of fun. Blood sport, right? You know, like, right. But I'm a corporate president. I have to do that. So being willing to see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, like, well, because of the money, I just can't. So you're if it's that kind of abundance, it could be in any way, shape, or form. Remember, this is a general read. The second part of this is the light attribute. Now, they're highlighting giving your willpower away to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So there's a fear there, like, do I say it or do I don't? Do I plant the seed or don't I? Do I let this go or don't I? Hemorrhaging it. I can't make that choice because of this thing happening outside. But now catch the light attribute. The reason why I use these in waning moon reads is lead, gold, periodic table. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold. So it's a waning moon read. 3 atoms have to be released, transformed, let go of into the gold of the light attribute for the slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And what divine? I don't know. How about the goddess of abundance divine? The words repeated. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Now, you don't have to have that complete trust all at once. Why? Because it's a percentage scale of lead to gold. It is a process, and this is a waning moon. Slow and steady wins the race with this kind of stuff. You do it little by little, by little, by little, by little, right? Oh, wow, you're giving me New Testament? Fine. The power of the mountain is in the mustard seed. Ding. Let's get a little ding off the tooth there. Let's keep going. I'm just going to leave that there because I'm feeling that's going to explain itself, whether this is you, somebody else, or a situation, all of that. Some of that in our next 2 tarot cards, right? We got 2 oracles, 2 healing system. Let's get our 2 tarot, and we'll end with that Whispers of Love oracle. Please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses of earth. Yeah, I can feel it in my throat. There is a big choice, a big decision. Well, what's the difference? A choice and a decision are the difference is what's the word? Voltage. Voltage. Give me a V word. Voltage, right? That a choice is like, I think I'll have another cup of coffee. It has a consequence, but it's not the same as a life-changing decision as, oh, I think I'll move to South America and grow my own beans, right? Unless you live in South America. So choice, decision, right? The level of intensity. And sometimes a choice is a decision in disguise. We don't realize that teeny tiny choice we make changes everything. Yeah. So let's look. Heart, third eye, crown. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Breathe. Again, my beloved goddesses of earth in the sign of Taurus, please, Demeter in particular, if you will, please, one card in clarity. What is the yin energy, the divine feminine energy within this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading that they need to be aware of? It is a what do I need reading, right? So they need to do that spell of abundance, and they need to work with rose quartz, and they need to activate their third eye, and they need to alchemize the slave archetype in some way, shape, or form in their life, even if it's not their personal archetype at the moment. So heart, third eye, crown. Can you give them a little tarot narrative? What is going on inside of them that has to do, right? Could be their leverage in this situation. This full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus. Please leave the card in my hand because I'm feeling lots of options and decisions here. And oh, why not? The Hermit. In this deck, the Wise One, the Crone, the Kaliach. Hi, it's Kaliach. The Kaliach on her gray horse, not a pale horse, it's a gray horse, in the air over what would look like Stonehenge. Let's just call it a stone circle in order to see the larger picture. Now, we all know what the Hermit is at this point. Yes, it is the Virgo card, like, you know, all the major arcana have some, but, you know, you read a different book, it's a different sign, so you just got to go with it. Really getting on here about not just pulling back from the world, but that your own interior light is your key to this abundance, right? With this rose quartz, unconditional love, peace, calm. And it is a place you are in right now. The way I teach tarot, the major arcana are archetypal places we go through, right? It takes a while sometimes. You just don't go through them in a day, right? The major arcana are people and the minor arcana are things. So you have, well, I should have said people, places, and things. Court cards, major arcana, minor arcana, right? So this is a place that it feels like you've been in for a while, right? And if you're doing your spiritual work, if this is indeed you, then it really is thy will be done. Or if you want the pagan version, for the well-being of all with harm to none, as I will it, so let it be done, right? It's like, it's a tagline. It's a loophole in a contract. It's like, look, I really want this abundance, but only if it's for the well-being of all, because fuck it. Right? But that comes from wisdom, and that comes from pain, and that comes from sometimes feeling very alone and lonely, which are different. Alone is definitely the victim-victor archetype. Lonely is the child archetype. That's why I pay very close attention when I'm feeling lonely rather than alone, right? Greta Garbo, I'm so alone. Shirley Temple, I'm so lonely. How's that for time traveling? So this Hermit, there's great wisdom available to you, heart, third eye, and crown. So it's about opening your heart with that rose quartz, being willing, throat chakra, willpower, to see beyond your beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And I feel like earth signs, we can really write a conclusion and try and carve it in stone, and it's not even carved in sand, right? So that you can what? Throat chakra, surrender your will to the divine, see beyond, activate that third eye, and really see things from the 8th chakra perspective of the spiritual grace that is yours, what you have learned, the wisdom, the wise one. Wisdom only comes through experience, sweetheart. You could read every book on everything, right? You could read Codependence No More, Melody Beatty, cover to cover, every day for the rest of your life until you actually heal and survive through a series of codependent relationships. You don't have the wisdom, right? It's like I could read every, I always say this, creme brulee. You really don't want me to make creme brulee. Well, I'm water magic, not fire magic. You do not want me with a butane torch. No, thank you. Nope. But, you know, I can read every book. I can watch every episode on Food Network forever and ever. But until I put blowtorch to sugar, I do not have that wisdom in me. Me too. Potions, stews, brews, cocktails, that's my jam, right? How do I know that? Through experience, but through a lot of introspection. Well, experience through cooking. You really don't want me to have a blowtorch around the house. I'm good with my Bic, which, by the way, is what I do when I get this mantra, beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Right, that's how I remember that one. I'm willing to see beyond my Bic. Oh, fuck, I love my work. Okay. This is the inner, heart, third eye, crown. We're going to look at the outer in a couple of different ways, possibly. The Mythic Tarot. We're going to look at the root, sacrum, solar plexus stuff. These are the 3 chakras that help you navigate through the physical world. So this could be you from the outside looking in, as well as it could be some physical aspect of this. And in a general reading, you got to feel that one out. Please take a nice deep breath. By the way, pardon my hair. It just, I don't know what it's doing today. It's like I'm a cross between like the Breck girl and a Whitesnake video today. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Again, breathe. I can feel it frizzing while I'm sitting here. My gods of earth. and the sign of Taurus. I can hear it frizzing. Please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What's going on the outside that they need to be aware of here with this abundance spell with rose quartz activating the third eye, the slave archetype, and inside of them the hermit going further in, higher up, right? Trying to get to that crown chakra to see it from, a higher perspective. What does this look like on the outside for them, please? This full moon in Scorpio waning to new in Taurus. Ooh, 8 of Wands. All right, so there is fast movement on this. And isn't it always the case when we surrender our will to the divine? Thy will be done, so mote it be. Or as I like to go, whatever, I don't care anymore, do whatever you want, I surrender, I let go and let God, I let go and let God, let's have a field day. Whatever you want. Man, can things move fast. So yeah, we are looking at some fast action here with the 8 of Wands, and it does feel passionate, but it doesn't necessarily feel romantic, although we have one more card down, and that Whispers of Love Oracle. It is an oracle. It will say this is about romance. It is a game changer. That's why I like it as the last one, because it makes me reframe everything, right? But 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands if you've ever watched a video on YouTube, let alone if you are a student or a teacher or a master of tarot. I'm considered a tarotologist, master, whatever, fuff, I'm cool, who cares? I don't take myself that seriously, so I'm good at what I do. This 8 of Wands is real, fast-moving, passion, propelling, and particularly on the outside, this could be you moving forward, actually, because with this abundance, you might be given the very, very fuel you need to no longer be a chained slave. As I said before, certain slave archetypes became masters through surrendering their will to the divine, and I just think that's how that works. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. So it's funny, as you surrender, you move forward, but with great wisdom. I love that Hermit card for you there. Last card down, the higher selves of all involved. Now, like I said, I can ask, the Ascended Masters and the higher selves for specific things, right? So I don't know if this is about money, not with rose quartz and that third eye thing, and I don't know that this is about a particular relationship, other than the rose quartz does kind of speak about that there's a lot of love around you, and that could be spiritual love as well as from people in your life, not necessarily romantic, but that's why we're going to ask them. Whispers of Love Oracle, please take a nice deep breath. Well, that's very peaceful. The higher selves of all involved. Ooh, I feel very grounded. Please, one card of clarity. For the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading with the healing fragment of abundance, Goddess of Abundance, Divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine, working with rose quartz, that unconditional love, that peace, that joy, that support, activating third eye, being willing to see beyond beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, the slave archetype, ultimately surrendering the power of choice to the divine with complete trust, which is step by step, but with that Hermit on the inside and the 8 of Wands on the outside. They might have to do this quickly. They might have to really get some fast alchemy on this for a waning moon. So what do you got for them? What's their whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight. Last piece of the puzzle. For this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, their new moon. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care, says your higher self. So this feels soul group. This feels like not just about one person. This could be family, this could be friends, this could be people you work with, this could be an entire industry. It's tribal stuff, it's root chakra, it's power of earth. And it does sort of make sense. But if you are not feeling supported, then your support right now comes from surrendering your will to the divine. If you are, however, dealing with a slave archetype, that would make sense. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Now, you may not know how to do that, right? Maybe it's somebody who's really in need of money, right? That they are hemorrhaging. Because I got that really clear when this card hit the table. Giving your willpower to an external authority, like your bank account, like the economy, it's still an authority. Right? In a way, think about it. It is, right? Particularly for earth signs. Right? Well, how much is in the account? I got to juggle this. I got to move this. I got to, borrow from Peter to pay Paul and all that. Oh, Guys keep giving me like New Testament stuff today. So there's something here about you seeing perhaps this person differently. And when I get a cough like that during a reading, it's throat chakra. It is that, all right, I give up, right? Something that's on my chest that needs to come up and out. Maybe there is even a rite of compassion, a rite of confession to trigger the compassion within you for yourself, to see this differently. It's okay. That's the way I was raised. It's conditioning. It's not who I am. It's stuff I picked up along the way. And again, remember, if you are an empath, I think I have to say this every reading, you might very well be picking up on this slave archetype within yourself, within other people, and this is what they keep saying to me. In any 30-second period that you are feeling an emotion, name the emotion and then guess what's the percentage of people on planet Earth feeling that emotion right now at this second. Yeah, right? So it can be a little vroom, and hence this rose quartz. Let me put it together for you in the way that they show me to, and I really love doing this. In my book, The Words of Grace, I think it's the last grace I have in the book. I did write it in 2018, but the Kindle version is brand spanking new. It's so good, and there are new graces I've gotten since, so maybe there will be a volume 2. But it's the saving grace. Everybody has a saving grace for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Mine seems to be lifetime, and it's the grace of prayer. It flows out of me. Blessed be. Breathe. My sacred and beloved pantheons of the divine, please, may the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, be truly, truly blessed with all that they need. In this full moon in Scorpio, waning to new in Taurus, their new moon, right? A new beginning. What a great opportunity for Taurians right now. That they may cast for the abundance that they need. Goddess of abundance divine, let them thrive. Let fortune be theirs, while they activate the third eye, being willing to see beyond beliefs, ideas, and conclusions as the hermit within, going deeper in, higher up. Maybe you're not talking so much, letting people know what's going on with them right now, so that they can really see how to be supportive, to genuinely make an effort to show that they care, and probably quickly, with that 8 of Wands sort of zooming in along the way, working with the rose quartz to really tap into the sacred truth of the heart chakra. Love is divine power, and to find within that the core of all abundance, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, as they deal with the slave archetype within themselves, within somebody else, within another situation, ultimately surrendering their power of choice to the divine with complete trust. For their well-being, for the well-being of all involved, and certainly for the well-being of all. That means all of life. May we be so blessed because of you, Taurus. So might it be. And so it is. Yeah. Did you like it? Like it. Want more? Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Blah, blah. I'm so tired of saying that. But, you know, it's just how you do business on the tube of you. So do me a favor, if you're not going to like and subscribe and all that stuff, go check out my book. Just go look at it. I'm telling you, just the reviews alone are pretty stellar, and I never expected that response from people. But, you know, I'm an earth sign. I'm more about the work than the accolades most days. You know what I'm feeling? So, my beloved bulls, I love you so much. So I wish you the very best and the very, very blessed of this waning moon tide from full in Scorpio to your new moon in Taurus in May. Hail, my beloved earth signs. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.